Hi, I'm Adam Roxby, and if you make any sort of video on the iPhone, then Røde may have the perfect microphone for you. So while the quality of the video camera may have got better and better on the iPhone, audio has often been something which has been lagging a little bit behind, and Australian microphone manufacturer Røde has been on a mission to really change that. They've been doing this through a series of groundbreaking releases, starting off with the IXY, and this is the Lightning version, which is a stereo microphone which gives you professional quality stereo sound, and that plugs in directly into the Lightning connector. Next, followed up with the highly successful and beautifully designed SmartLav, which is a lavalier microphone which gives you great sound again if you're doing things like interviews. However, these microphones have their limitations. If you just want to grab a microphone and do some high quality video with some great audio on the go, either for doing selfie or other stuff, which is where Røde's new microphone hopes to fill that gap. So that's why I was really very excited when Røde sent me their latest microphone, which just plugs into the headphone adapter or the headphone jack of your iPhone or your iPad, and also works with Android, although there's a few limitations depending on where your camera is placed. And all you do is you just plug it in and aim it to whatever direction you want, and you're good to go. So the idea behind this microphone is that it addresses a problem which isn't solved by the other microphones I showed you earlier. So when you're out and about and say you're doing a video of a subject in front of you, or you're doing a selfie style video here, you're going to run into a couple of problems. Problem number one could be that you cover over the microphone at the end of the phone, which is just there for the selfie style, because you've got the camera on the other side, so you might be doing that, which obviously isn't going to be great if you want to be recording anything with audio. And the other problem is that these microphones are likely to pick up a whole host of environmental and other white noise that you don't want to pick up on. These microphones have got better as the years have progressed, but the problem is that they try to capture everything around you, because obviously they don't know what the important bits are and what isn't. So the VideoMic Me is a high quality directional microphone which really aims to cut out a lot of those problems that you would have if you're just recording using the default microphone on the iPhone. As with all Røde microphones, the build quality is fantastic, and it's a really sturdy and well designed bit of kit. It features an all metal aluminium casing and a hard durable plastic adjustable mounting, so when you plug it into your phone or your iPad, you can just clip the bit on the end and adjust it to the size that you need, depending on whether you've got a case or anything else. It also comes with a very snug fitting windshield, which will really save your recordings if you're doing any sort of recording in an environment which has got noise or other such distractions like that. So top marks to Røde for getting another great designed microphone out on the market. So getting the actual microphone to work is really simple. All you do is just plug it in at the bottom, attach the variable mount to the bottom there, or to the back of it, either front facing or subject facing, and then just add the optional windshield, and there you go. And you can see what I mean by the problem you may have if your camera and your headphone jack is at the same side of the phone. You're going to have some real issues, which is why it's ostensibly designed for the iPhone, but again, as I said, it can work with your Android devices. The clamp is also really versatile if you've got a case. So for example, this phone hasn't got a case, but if you did, you could just push it back a little bit further and you've got that gap to attach onto a device with a case or without. So really versatile there. And another great thing that you've got is you've got a headphone jack at the back of the microphone there. And the brilliant thing about this is you can plug your microphone into your phone like that. Make sure that the clamp is secure. And then just plug your headphones into the back of it, making sure that you support the microphone as you're doing it. And there you go. You've now got a complete enclosed solution. So if you've got an app that can allow you to monitor what the microphone is doing, apps like Film IC Pro, and also the Røde Record app for audio does that as well. So that's really good. So you can find out how it's going to sound before you actually commit to recording. But the other great thing is that once you've done your recording, you can then go back and listen to it and make sure it all sounds okay before you do anything else. So you don't have to do all this sort of unplugging of this and plugging your headphones back into there and all this sort of faffing around, which is a really great thing. So once everything's all plugged in nice and securely, then you know you're good to go. That is your complete solution right there. So this really is a beautifully functioning microphone, and because it bypasses the lightning connector and goes straight into the headphone jack, it means that it's really versatile and works with a whole host of apps. The default camera app obviously, and also the video and also the audio recording app, and it also works with apps like Pro Camera and all the other sort of apps that you can get on the App Store to do your recording. So it really is a very versatile bit of kit. One more thing that I will say before I go on is that I do a lot of audio recording, and an app that I use quite often is one called Audio Boom. Now, the thing that I had in the past with Audio Boom is I did try to use the IXY microphone, but the problem with that was because it went into the lightning connection, I didn't have too much control over the gain. So although I had a great microphone, I wasn't really able to use it to its full effect. But as I said, because this one goes into the headphone jack, plugs straight in, Audio Boom recognises it, and now I can even get better quality audio blogs as well. So although it's called a video mic, it doesn't have to be used exclusively for doing your video recordings. It can be used for making your mobile audio blogging better as well. Anyway, let's get on to doing some testing. So for these video tests, I'm just going to be using the default camera app on the iPhone. I'm just holding the phone at the end where the microphone is, so if I just obscure it a little bit more, you can see what I mean. So this is the default camera app using just the default microphone from the iPhone. Now I have the VideoMic Me plugged in, which hopefully is giving you a far superior sound quality using just the default camera app. And if I can maybe identify how this works, if I just do a bit of clicking here, you should be able to hear it. And as I move the clicking fingers around the back, it should be less prominent. This is because this is being very directional, as the microphone is pointing directly at me and hopefully removing a lot of the extraneous noise. Now let's do a test with the wind sock, or the dead kitten, or the windshield off. Okay, hopefully this shouldn't be too bad because I'm in an indoor environment and I'm talking more to the lens as opposed to the microphone. But if one was to get a bit closer and start to say, Peter picked some pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter pick? You might get sort of those blasts, those plosives of the sound as I'm speaking. So definitely well worth using the added windshield when doing pretty much any sort of recording. And now let's see how it fares in the outside world. It's a beautiful day today. Lovely sound of builders mixed with birds singing. And this is the default camera app once again, using nothing but the iPhone's inbuilt microphone. And the weather here is not too windy, so you might not get a true representation of how bad it can be when you're recording outside, but this sound should be familiar to many people. So let's see how the VideoMic Me works compared to the default sound from the microphone in the outside world. So we've got the sound of building work happening behind me, and I'm just going to walk down this road. I can feel the wind blowing on my face, so hopefully the windshield should be doing its job and cutting out a lot of that. So yeah, really great addition to any mobile video maker's arsenal. You're trying to maintain focus on the camera, but one thing that is distracting is that the windshield is quite prominent, so it's very hard just to not have your gaze drawn towards it, but hey, it's only a minor consideration. Now let's try and hear how it sounds with just the bare microphone in this windy environment. As a guess, it's not going to be pretty. This is an exercise in madness as far as I'm concerned. Doing doing any sort of recording without some protection over your microphone is really risking it. But I just wanted to do this just to highlight the merits of using one of these. So even though the wind is virtually imperceptible to me, I imagine you're going to be getting a lot of interference and a lot of sounds which in a sense will ruin any of your recordings. So once you've mucked up your sound, there's nothing you can do about it in post-production. You just gotta suffer. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's walk back and get some better sound. There we go, and that's better. So really this is the most common type of usage this microphone will get. It's people walking around out and about, either doing selfie style videos like this one or recording from the front. Obviously the camera's going to be a little bit ropey this side, but it'll make no difference to the audio. So just walking past a loudish car with a lot of fans going, so we'll see how that picks that up. But yeah, I've been thoroughly impressed. I released an audio blog before this video which just showed how the sound came through, plugging it just into my favourite audio recording app, Audio Boom, and again just plugged it straight in, press record, no after editing needed, no faffing about, just click upload and job done. So that's it. Let's get back inside and have some closing thoughts. Well, there we go. As I said, not something that just makes your videos better, but your audio better as well. I would have liked to have seen a hard case like the Røde IXY had, but that doesn't detract from the overall experience and the quality of this microphone. I spoke to Røde about why they didn't include a travel case, and the reason being is that they said for the price point, it would have pushed it a bit beyond what they wanted to do. Which brings me on to price. This is priced at just £49 in the UK, which is really, really competitive. A lot of professional microphones, you know, they may have the sound quality, they may have the build quality, but the pricing of them just pushes it beyond what the average consumer can afford. But having this priced at just £49 means that it's a real, it's a real easy decision to make for just grabbing this and putting it in your bag and being the microphone that you take with you everywhere. Just if you're doing even the most basic and amateurish of video blogging, it'll be perfect for you. I see this as being probably, or hopefully, as ubiquitous as the selfie stick next year, simply because of its price. It's going to be a real easy decision for somebody to make if they want to get better quality audio on their videos. As for the case, well, I fashioned one myself out of an old zip bag which I found lying around. So again, it's not a great deal breaker, and as previously mentioned, the build quality of this is going to sustain pretty much any damage that you're going to do with it in average use. If I'm just going out and about for any job, I quickly grab this mic and it covers me for any eventuality. It's versatile enough to deal with both audio productions and video productions to a very high standard, and as a day-to-day usage mic, this is perfect. So this comes with my complete recommendation. If you want to find out more about the Røde VideoMic Me, then have a look at the description below for links and all sorts of other extra information. So what more is there to say about this beautiful Røde VideoMic Me? Great build quality, great sound quality, great price, and so easy even my 4-year-old can do it. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this review. Look forward to speaking to you again, as I always do, very soon. Bye bye for now.